going on, everybody? I'm Kai.
And I'm Jason.
And this is Growing with the Gertleys. We're going to be interviewing tonight a lovely couple, Gracie and Joe White. We just want to appreciate them for allowing us to just take a sneak peek into their wonderful relationship. They've been married for really close to 10 years. And they are just a wonderful couple, and they have beautiful children. Did you want to say anything, babe?
And I just want to share that this couple is near and dear to my heart because Joe has been my barber for over 13 years, and he's been my son's barber for all of his life. And they was kind enough to give us a little bit of their time and give us some good nuggets on how they navigate family, business, and their relationship. So we want you guys to enjoy. So, tell us who you are and some of your accomplishments.
My name is Joe White. This is my wife, Gracie White. We are the owners of All-Starz Barber and Beauty Salon and All-Starz Grooming Lounge. We're also in the process of starting another company. You know what? Let me let my wife tell about the our unknown brand that we're starting. What is that?
Oh yeah, well the unknown brand is just something that like I wanted to do for like a while now, and so like slowly I've just been kind of like learning the process, learning the ins and out, and it's just more so like a lifestyle brand. It's like clothing, candles, just different things. It's more so like a lifestyle brand, so it's just not, you know, one particular thing. Like if there's something like in the clothing area like that you don't like or something, like it's you know, kind of just like full thing like across the board.
So when did you guys meet?
We met in the barber shop.
Should I go first?
No, because you're gonna lie.
I'm like, should I go first because your story is like a little.
We met in the barber shop where I used to work at when we were living in California. She was bringing her nephews in the barber shop to get their hair cut, and I was cutting one of my clients one day, and he kept telling me, he said, "This girl up in the front, she keeps staring at you." And so I said, "Who?" I looked up there. I was like, "Oh, she looked like a little girl because she looked young. She looked so young. I thought she was a kid." He kept telling me, he said, "Man, that girl up there keep on staring at you." So I turned around.
And that's where the lies come
I turned around again, and I looked, and I said, she had on some scrubs. So I said, yes, you did.
No, I did not. I remember what I had on. Because it's like the weekend, and I have
She
my
had on
nephew, and I had to take him to get a haircut, because I'm like, boy, you can't be with me and be looking rough.
She had on some scrubs. I remember.
I knew his cousin.
That's why I wanted to talk first, because I knew she was going to
I knew his cousin first, because my older sister knows his cousin, because, you know, he used to come my nephews, and I always used to be in the shop with them.
So what happened?
So I went somewhere else. They were rude, like they didn't speak. So I'm like, you know what? I know where I can take my nephew. So I went to his cousin and was like, you know, I just need to get my nephew's haircut. So there was like a little wait. So I was like, all right. So I was just standing around, you know, like I'm an observant person. So like I was just looking like at everybody. So when he was saying like I was like staring at him, like I was like
She was
looking
scared.
at everybody because everybody was cutting, so I'm looking at everybody like.
She was peeking, but wasn't speaking. So I turned around and I caught her staring at me. So I asked her to come over, and I asked her how old she was because I didn't want to. That was the first question I asked her because if she was a kid, there wasn't nothing else for us to talk about. So I asked her how old she was, and she told me she was 22 at the 20. I think you were 22. You were 22 at the time, and I said, "Oh." So I just gave her my card, and I told her to, give me a call when she can, and that was it. That was that, man. She tried to wait a while to call me or whatever, and but we've been at it ever since.
So, as you guys were dating and all that good stuff, what made you realize that each other was the one? Was it a point? Was it a story? Was it a time? What was the time when you said, you know what? This is it. This is the real deal.
I don't know. Like for me, I don't think that there was like a specific time where like that aha, oh, this is like the one, or he did something particular, and I was just like, he's the one. It was just like I knew shortly after that he was.
So when you say shortly after, you mean shortly after y'all started dating, like that early on?
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
I was like, I get an hour lunch break, and so like I work like how far is it? Like 10, 15 minutes?
10 minutes down the street.
Yeah, so I get an hour lunch break. I'm taking time out of my lunch break to go get you something to eat and then bring it to you. And then it's now time for me to eat and then still go back to work. So like I was doing that like every day.
For me, that's when I kind of, like every day she was like bringing me food, bringing me something to eat on her lunch break. And I'm a foodie. Like, Jay, just like you like movies, I like food. So, so she was bringing me food, and I'm like, okay, she worried about me. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to stick this one out, and that was it for me.
Okay, guys. So now you all are serious about the relationship. Did either of you have kids? How did you transition from boyfriend and girlfriend to now, courtship, because now that means I'm serious in the relationship, and how did that affect said children?
Well, when we met, we both, I had a daughter, and then she had 2 daughters, and so we both had children when we met or whatever, and it was, having a blended family is it can be tough at times, because she had her own house, I had my own house. They do things the way they do it. I do things the way I do it.
And of course, the little kids are going to be like territorial, because they're just used to it just being you and them. And so then when they have to share you, it's a little different dynamic for them. So they have to kind of adjust and get comfortable with things, and you kind of just want to just like ease them into it. You don't want to just like, so.
Honestly, with the blended family, there is no easy way to ease them in, because like I was a single dad at the time, so my daughter was it was all about me and her. So when we all became a family, it was like a culture shock, and she wasn't used to sharing her stuff, her space. And
now she has sisters.
Yeah,
right.
So it was at the beginning, it was real tough, just trying to get everybody on the same page, and so it was tough. And I'll let my wife elaborate on some more of some of the struggles and hardships that we've had as a blended family.
Yeah, well, for me, like I grew up in a blended family. Like my dad married my stepmom, and I was like around the same age. Like I was really young. So I could kind of like understand a little better, because I grew up in that. So that helped a lot, to be able to, like I could understand how it is, because it was just me and my dad. And then Right, and then it's like, you know, somebody else comes along and I'm just like, this is my dad. Like, I was like territorial over, like, so I get it.
Like with the blended family dynamics is some of the things that I've learned over the years is that, like, and both of us, it's hard to admit at first, like, when you have a blended family, like, I'm not gonna just right off the bat treat my stepdaughters the same way and care as my daughter, and vice versa with her. And so it was kind of like we both wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't agree on a lot of things. Like when it comes to the kids, it's like, well, you did this with that one, and then what about this? But it got to a point where we have to come to an understanding that, you know, these are the house rules. This is what's gonna happen. This is how it's gonna happen, and
it's the same across the board.
Yeah, we can't show favoritism when it comes to the kids, and because they'll start seeing that, and if we want to have, you know, order in our house, we gotta do things, you know, evenly across the board.
Yeah,
I think that is wisdom for not just blended families. I think that that's wisdom for any family, because that's something that Jay and I struggle with, because we have a girl and a boy. So here we are. As simple as that is, you would think this is not a blended family. They both came from our loins. But yet, I do notice that he treats our son one way. I treat, you know, the little girl it's different. And so I can learn from that, to just treat everybody the same. The rules are the rules across the board.
Yeah, because even though you think that they're not paying attention, they are paying attention. They pay attention to everything. They see everything. And then, you know, you don't want them to internalize that and be like, you know. So, yeah.
And when I say, you know, treat the kids the same, as far as just, not as far as, like, with our kids, they all have their different personalities.
Absolutely.
So
I know what you mean.
So you can't, it's impossible to treat everybody exactly the same, because you have to.
But fair.
Yeah, well, fair.
But you have to be fair.
Exactly.
Right. So if one kid, and I even noticed that for me, when I'm giving out like chores, and then let's just say one kid does a chore better than the other, they both still get a gift. But I know my husband thinks that I'm soft in this area, and I probably am. But it's just one kid. So the kid that did the chore the best may get like a $10 toy, but the other kid will get a $5 toy. So even though they're both getting toys, you see what I'm saying? That's sort of, look at his face. That's sort of what I do to sort of, like to your point, to keep it fair.
I neglect both my kids. So just so that we're clear, okay? How did it take you guys to realize, to get that whole everything across the table for all the kids? Because I know you guys had some pushback. Like, you know, like, was there ever a point where you was like, you know, you treat your daughter better? No, you treat your daughter better. When did y'all have to have that? Okay. And how long did that take? And how long did you guys come to realize that's what needed to happen?
I don't really know the exact time, but I'll say this: it took years.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a month. And honestly, sometimes we still have little issues as it pertains to the kids. With a blended family, I don't think that's something that's never going to completely be done. But we learn to manage it better and just work together as our we know what we're working with. And but I don't really know. I don't have a specific time.
Right.
But we've learned to do our blended family, well.
Very well.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even know that our family is blended. Like,
because y'all so close.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know that.
And I feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like there shouldn't be nobody should be able to tell because there shouldn't be no differences. Nobody should be able to know. When I decided to be in a relationship with him, I knew he had a daughter, and he knew I had kids coming in. So I could have either made the choice to I don't want to deal with nobody who has kids, but who am I to be I don't want to deal with nobody who has kids and I have kids myself. Right. I mean, there are people who are like that, but I feel like I couldn't be like that because I'm coming into the situation the same way.
Okay, so next question for you guys. Since you guys have had, you had 2 kids, Gracie. Joe, you had 1 kid. Y'all brought them together. Y'all have since had more kids, right? And you guys are just awesome entrepreneurs trying to take over the world. You know, you got the lifestyle brand coming. You just, you know, the beauty salon you're owning, the 2 barbershops you're working with. How do you guys make all that work and still have time for each other, time for the business, time for the kids, and time for you all?
People always ask that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't really have a method.
Yeah.
I just do it.
When it comes to handling business and getting things done, we get it done. Like we figure it out. Like we play our roles. We play our roles. You know, I know we're in an era now where everybody wants to, eliminate roles in relationships, but I don't agree with that. Like, I believe that if you want to have a solid relationship, there has to be some kind of roles being played and played correctly, because without roles being played in a relationship, there's no structure. There's no, and I don't, there's things about her that I'll never be able to do, or and I can't move like her in certain ways. She can't move like me in certain ways, and I don't want to move like her. You know what I'm saying? But when we have business and things to get done with our family or our shops, we just, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna make it happen. And that's been our formula. Like, that's just been our formula. Like, I've been the face of our businesses, but she makes everything happen behind the scenes. Like, she handles all of our paperwork. When we have to talk to property management companies or any business aspect, she takes care of all of that. I don't deal with none of that. Like, I make sure everything is managed and ran properly. But when it comes to the business aspect, that's all her. So, but that's just how we do it. And then our family aspect, honestly, I can't even explain it. We just get it done. I mean, it's just, when stuff has to get done, it has to get done.
I love that. That's maturity, though. That's again something that I feel like any relationship can learn. I can again learn from that, because I think that sometimes you do get in those ruts, if you will, where I'm not taking out the trash. It's your job to take out the trash. That's immature. When you see that the trash is overflowing, just take out the trash. Like, whoever it is that sees what needs to be done, that, to me, it's the mature thing to do. Just get it done. So,
how do y'all make you work? Outside of your business, outside of the kids, Joe and Gracie, how do y'all make that work?
I don't really have, I know a lot of people, but I don't really hang around a lot of people. When I'm at work, and I deal with everybody when I'm at work, but when I'm not at work, like 99% of the time, I'm with her. So I don't go out, I ain't in the clubs, I'm with her and my kids. So it's, you have to have balance, like for me, we have too much stuff on our plate to be trying to be all over the place. So if you don't have balance with your work and your family, it's going to be real hard to make it happen. But we're always together outside of work. We're always together. Like, yeah. So I mean,
a lot of people think like it'll be hard. They always wonder like, how could you like be married and then work together? But like for me,
yeah, we do everything together.
It hasn't been like an issue. Like,
but it's our off day today. We've been together. We leave the house together. We do everything together.
So y'all are best friends.
Yeah, we travel. We travel. We go on trips all the time. We just came back from Hawaii with our family on our family vacation about a month ago. Like we do everything together. Like,
I know we have like common interests. Like I wasn't like so into football, more so into basketball, but like when I got with him, like I became more into football. Like he's like a 49er fan, and my dad is a 49er fan, which is crazy because then like we all go to like football games together.
We go to 2-3 games a year together,
and it's so fun. Like, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but I really like it a lot.
We love boxing. We go to a lot of boxing matches. We just went to the Pacquiao fight last night.
Yeah.
We just we do have a lot of common things in common that we like. So there's no argument when football season is. Like,
right.
We're Niner fans. We're going for the same team. We go to the games. When boxing, we love boxing. So all the fights, we don't miss any fights. We both love food. We're foodies. So we done ate everywhere. Everybody calls me when they want to know where a restaurant is. I'm the person that they call, and not just in Vegas, like everywhere, because wherever we go to cities to try the food out. So, like that's how we make it our situation work, because we do everything together.
And it's fun. It's not just like sitting at home twiddling your thumbs.
No, I don't even like being at home like that.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any regrets? If there's something you could have, throughout the course of your relationship, if there's something you could have, if you had to do over again, would you do over again? Because now that you got more experience under your belt, life experience, any regrets at all?
I'd say I don't have any regrets, because I think going through those life experiences helped to grow us up, and we're better people because of it. So I don't think I have any regrets. I don't think I would do anything differently.
Wow, that's good.
No, me neither. I don't have no regrets. Like I think our life experiences really shape and mold who we are. Mm-hmm. So if you take some of the ingredients away from previous experiences, the end dish won't taste the same. It won't have the same flavor that it has now. So everything that happened before, it really just shaped who we are and where we are in our relationship now. So I don't have no regrets. I feel like she's the GOAT when it comes to gymnastics, right? She's the GOAT. All those girls that were on the gymnastics team, they looked up to her. When you're a leader, you have to. There's a certain obligation that you have to your team when you're a leader, and being under pressure and being under a bunch of stress is part of leadership. That's part of being any kind of leader. You're gonna be under pressure. You're gonna be under stress. That's gonna happen. And I look at it like this: what would the world look like if everybody that's under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress decided to quit? What would our world look like? What would our world look like? And I believe that, and I'm not taking anything away from mental health or none of that.
Right, because that's the difference, though.
Yeah, I'm not taking.
That's when it, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes it different. Because it physically changed. That was why she chose not to. It would be different if it was just like, I don't feel like it.
Well, this is where I had the problem.
Okay.
Because she pulled out of the team category
and the all around, and then she was still about to compete in the individual performance. I had a problem with that because it's like, to me, you're the leader. You're pulling out of your team events, but you're still going to perform when it's all about you. But your mental health wasn't. It's hurting you when it's time to perform with your team, but you're okay when it's. I thought that was a little selfish from a leadership standpoint.
Gotcha.
And that's why, for whatever reason why she quit, I don't know. Right. But it still doesn't change the matter of fact that she quit.
It's true.
And she did quit on her team. And I'm not going to take nothing away, like all these people saying, oh, she, it's messing with her legacy. No, it's not. She's the GOAT. Yeah. Like, if she don't never do a cartwheel again, a backflip again, she's the coolest gymnast ever. Yeah. But, that was just my whole argument with the fact that I just don't do quitting. I mean, I done been under a lot of stress and stressful situations, and I'm not. No, you can't.
That's
quit.
A good question since we're talking about it. So, with the relationship and the marriage, and if this is too much, we will edit it out. Is divorce ever on the table for y'all? Because that was a great point. You don't believe in quitting.
No, that's definitely not even an option. That's definitely not even an option. Like at the end of the day, I feel like whatever issue there is, it can be worked through.
Right.
And at the end of the day, this is like my best friend. So then
you wouldn't just be divorcing. You
right,
would be
right.
leaving a friendship. I agree with that. 100%.
So like that's not even an option. And then like there's we have kids involved, and then like that that's just not even an option.
And we've been together a long time, so we've had some times in our relationship where it was all bad. But at the end of the day, we're still standing. So
yeah.
I mean, everything haven't always been, peachy keen.
Right.
It's been we've been in some tough situations, some tight situations, but at the end of the day,
I think that definitely helps shape.
Yeah, that's why there's no regrets.
Exactly.
That's why there's no regrets, because at the end of the day, I mean, if you take, pressure bust pipes, and pressure bust pipes, and if you have to know when it's getting too tight, you gotta stay strong no matter what. But
ease that pressure.
Yeah.
And our issue was that we didn't know how to communicate with each other.
That's usually
what each other needed. Now, at this stage, we can. Like, babe, I need a moment. Babe, can we do it tomorrow?
Right.
And we can kind of read each other, But it is tough, and I'm glad that you guys stick it out.
But anything worth having is gonna take a lot of work,
yeah.
And this is worth having. So I'm willing to put in the work.
Y'all are blessing me.
We get.
So in closing, we just wanted to say thank you, Joe. Thank you, Gracie. We've known y'all for about a little over 10 years.
I've known Joe more.
And we just appreciate you both so much for helping us out and for doing this show with us. We value relationships. We value married couples in particular. And we just thank you. Thank you. We see what God is doing. We're delighted to see it, to be a part of it. It's just refreshing and it's beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing your story, your world with us, with our viewers. And was there anything else that you guys wanted to say in closing? Maybe about your businesses.
Well, we currently we own and operate a barbershop, 2 barbershops and a beauty salon, and both located in the city of Henderson.
What's the name of it?
All-Starz Barbershop and Beauty Salon, and then our second location is actually in Las Vegas.
Okay.
It's All-Starz Grooming Lounge. It's located at 9230 South Eastern. And our first location is at 565 Marks Street, Henderson, Nevada. And if you want to get fly and fresh, come check us out. We have 8 barbers at our first location and 2 stylists. And at our other location, there's 4 of us over there. And we just love making people look good.
And it's upscale. The newest salon is upscale, the one on Eastern. So
yes, it's not just a haircut; it's an experience.
Absolutely.
He said it first, because a lot of times I see other people saying it, and
I made that slogan like
it's all him
years ago.
I love it.
And like in our industry, like that, I've had a lot of other barbers literally steal my slogan and put it on their cards, on their shops. I mean, but it is what it is. But that's all me. Over 10 years, over 12, 13 years. But it is what it is.
Hey, that's why God is blessing you.
Mm-hmm.
But we thank you guys for allowing us to come on your platform and if
Growing with the Gertleys.
Yeah, you guys, we need you guys to subscribe to Kai and Jason's page on YouTube, to their YouTube channel. It's Growing with the Gertleys, and we thank you again for allowing us on your platform.
Thank you.